Hello, everyone. It's your favorite Puzzle Wednesday host, Deka, here to bring you the 15th edition of Puzzle Bobble, which coincidentally lands on the 25th anniversary of the release of Azumanga Daioh, which is pretty cool. But we have a very stacked bracket tonight. There are a lot of very strong players here, so it is going to be a matchup to remember. A lot of the players here are just killers who lurk in the puzzle bobble, who don't usually enter our brackets, so it'll be really interesting to see how this one turns out. Today on commentary with me, I believe I have Raspberryfloof.
Hello, hello.
And Rune may also be making a guest appearance, though they are on Australia time and may have some work conflicts that prevent them from joining. So they will be competing, which is cool, but they may not join us on commentary. But anyway, we'll probably jump right in shortly as our wonderful TOs begin to call matches.
Yep, our lovely TOs, Masa and Note, doing match calling as we speak.
All right, looks like I'm gonna be the first stream match.
Yep, versus Ardrox.
Ardrox,
I'm not particularly familiar with.
I believe I've seen them show up in our columns brackets before. Or am I misremembering?
Maybe? I can't remember. I know we've had Andgons in the columns brackets. I don't remember if Ardrox was was also there.
All right. As soon as they set themselves to not away, send them a challenge.
Looks like they're also a Ghost Lot player, actually.
Oh, that might be where I remember them from. I feel like I remember them entering a bracket with us recently. The tag seems familiar.
All right, looks like they are ready to start
go.
playing.
So I'm going to send them a challenge. We are what, first to 5?
Yep, first to 5.
First to 5
until winners,
finals.
losers, and grands.
And then we ramp it up all the way to first to 10. First to 10 being like an 8-minute set. Bob goes so fast. All right, we're in. Oh, I wonder if I could turn the Elo stuff. So I don't believe I've ever played Ardrox in this game, but if I remember correctly, they did beat me in Ghost Lot. So they are no stranger to these Fightcade puzzle games. And I am in a bad spot.
Oh yeah! Wow.
That's quite the attack there at the end. Taito RNG has blessed us this day. Though I'm not making the best of it, that's for sure. Miss the easy shots and hit the hard bank shot. That's just how you gotta live your life. Creative here. Let's get a little bit of a down stack going. I keep getting colors that I don't want. Like blue. Ah, yeah. I went for the greedier shot to try to give myself a little bit more time, but it did not pan out. Ardrox seems to favor going for a bit bigger pokes. I try to go more for just speed and consistency.
Deka doing a lot of greeting here. Load on the board, that's really scary.
Ah, the ceiling pressure. Very poorly timed there for me. RNG not giving me the colors I needed to get that drop on the right side. And this is an explosive start. Dash. Man, I cannot tuck my shots today.
You had a good spot here, though.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think I caught the big drop a little bit before they did, so I got a bit of a momentum advantage there.
Is it just me, or do, like, a lot of the boards in Puzzle Bobble 1 seem to come with, like, pre-built big drops if you dig far enough? Oh, they covered it! Ardrox playing good defense there. Deka missing the shot.
Alright.
But still digging to those blues!
Yeah, they were there, I just had to get to them.
Oh, they had a really bad build for this greed. Their trigger was, like, back behind everything?
Oh. Did the spire just curve the wrong way?
Yeah, and then they had another one that grew out in front of it because of the garbage, so you just ended up blocking off their drop entirely.
That is why I like to kind of play fast and loose. I don't like committing to big drops because they get buried.
Ooh,
God.
touchy situation here. Both players fairly low down on the board, actually.
All right.
And that'll do it. Yep.
Good games.
Well played.
Yeah, you definitely had me on the back foot at the start. He had some very strong early game setups in the first couple of games and just played solid defense, didn't let me outpoke him. Ooh, Rune versus DigiDigi. I don't know how good DigiDigi is at Puzzle Bobble. I do know Rune is very strong, but this would be a this was apparently a legendary matchup a couple of weeks ago when we ran Pedal Crash. I heard DigiDigi got the upset there in a very impressive showing. Let's see if they can pull the same thing off tonight. DigiDigi also notable for being one of the Puzzle Wednesday regulars who will end everything, and we respect that.
Yep, and they're also very good at a lot of things.
Yeah. If you cast your net wide enough, you'll pick up quite a few skills, and a lot of them are transferable. There's something to say for, like, a general puzzle game IQ of sorts. Alright, Rune coming out of the gate. Pretty strong here. Oh, Digi missing... Okay, gets that orange, though.
Yeah, Digi doesn't really have a good way into that drop, though.
Ooh, these...
I think?
Getting all these blues
actually
in a row
might.
is nice, though.
Oh!
It doesn't want to take the risk threading the needle.
Yep.
And that last wave of garbage is going to seal it. Rune plays a lot like I do. Just lots of very fast, consistent pressure.
Mm-hmm. Emphasis on fast. Look at how many bubbles they're shooting compared to Digi.
Not that there is a particularly right or wrong way to play, but Rune's way of playing is very strong. He's very good at just not letting you catch your feet. You have to if you're going to play a defensive tank and send build, you have to be very clean. You have to know exactly how to shape your board to prevent consistent harassment from causing woes. Which is something a number of the players in our bracket tonight are capable of doing. I've played against Sonic 3 and Knuckles, Girafa is incredibly strong, themachiny and Ryu MS3, all players who, on any given day, I think could take this bracket. We've got a lot of exciting stuff.
Oh my goodness, that's so much garbage.
Poor Digi, yeah, that right spire was a bit wide to be droppable. Just bridged in so many different ways.
Oh my goodness. Rune had both of those drops done before Digi shot their first bubble.
Digi did manage to get both of them off, though, so he's not too far behind here, but Rune is continuing with the momentum.
Yeah. It's just a matter of look at how many bubbles are on Digi's board. There just isn't anything you can do unless you're playing at the speed Rune is.
Rune definitely seeking a little bit of revenge here.
Alright, that garbage actually helping Digi there, landing directly on the drop.
It's not a strategy you see very often because it's difficult to pull off, but tank and send, if you know how to build your stack right, is definitely a viable way. Oh no, Digi.
It's still risky though, because if the garbage lands just right, it can bridge your board, and then you just can't drop anything anymore.
Alright, and Rune is going to take it.
Very fast 5-0.
Yeah, Rune out FUD tonight. This is a bracket that you're gonna have to be on your game to stay on the winner's side. Oh, it's gonna be me and the themachiny. I have played the themachiny before a number of times, and it has not typically gone well for me. They are one of the few B rank players in Fightcade
Oh, good
on
gracious.
Puzzle Bobble, so a game with this much variation, where just like the smallest mistake can cost you a game, it's very difficult to build up elo. Because even if you're beating someone like 2-1 consistently in like a fighting game, you'll consistently build elo like that because you're winning every game overall. But here, because it's first to one, that's not the case. So if you're good enough to build up a B rank, you're good. Are you in?
I am in.
themachiny, also a player who can build and can send builds in this game.
Yeah, oh my goodness, they pulled off the drop on that center spire.
I had a little bit too much of spire on the right side myself.
I thought you caught them before they would be able to drop it, but they just barely got a bank shot around the corner. One thing that's always impressed me with, like, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, Chica-Poo, Toxnorf, all the really, really, really good players that have come in and won Puzzle Wednesday brackets over the years. They're all so fast, but also so accurate. They'll just, like... It'll feel like they'll go in 360 no-scope a bank shot and just drop half their board with it.
I'm going to win. I'm going to have to play like that myself. Oh no, all of a sudden this is not looking great.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about with the garbage just bridging everything.
Yeah, unfortunately the damage just kept rolling in and I never had a chance to free up any space on my board. Oh, that was bad.
Oh yeah, that blue shot was a unfortunate miss. It does mean that it's still open on the right, but themachiny just dropped their entire right half of the board.
And the damage was sticky. It got in my way.
Yeah, most of these bubbles are pretty sticky. I mean, they do have other bubbles sticking to them most of the time.
Some of these Puzzle Bobble games, you can deflect damage a little bit better, but Bobble
Themachiny
one,
greeting
not
a little
really.
bit longer, intentionally waiting for you to fire yours before dropping theirs.
Oh, damn it, just getting caught on the left side before I can do anything.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's try something a little different here. Oh, nope, I got clipped on the left side.
A lot more greed, and then got sniped.
Yep. A little bit of 50-50 action, not in my favor. So that's GG's. Quick 5-0 to the themachiny.
We're almost halfway through winners round 2 already, and it's only been 25 minutes.
Bobble goes quick. Better or worse. Especially when you have players like themachiny and Sonic and Knuckles who can just bury you alive. Right, next up we have Ratttz and ARIEK. I have never seen ARIEK play, but Ratttz, they are seeds 4 and 5 respectively, so I have a feeling this will be a good one.
Yep, looks like they are in game now.
As soon as Fightcade lets me in. I need that FE Neo update they've been promising. There we go, we're in. Alright, perfect timing.
Yep. Lots of yellows on the board here at the start of this round.
Fortunately, neither player really has gotten a yellow to get any to pop any of them.
Yeah, Ratttz is just like
Ratttz just dodged
to
death
build
by like a single frame.
Yeah, but just couldn't.
But unfortunately, the ceiling push
handle it.
is gonna do her in.
So ARIEK first game.
Yeah, but it was a fairly close one though. That it definitely could have gone either way.
Ratttz catching that red on the shot there.
Oh, and getting a big drop on that spire on the right side.
Yeah, and completely covering up ARIEK's left half. And bridging it, so there wasn't a good way of dropping it at all.
Oh, that was a big drop.
Full row eat both ways.
Yeah, ARIEK finally did get that spire on the right side to drop, or the left side to drop. That Ratttz got a few shots before. Oh, he's just throwing in the towel, recognizing that a full flat line when your board is that low is almost untenable in a versus environment.
Ooh, the lucky yellow for Ratttz.
Oh yeah, what a bank shot. Ooh, and ARIEK
gets the blacks on
unfortunately
top
missing a
of it.
tuck to the left.
And then has a pre-built red spire. What the heck? Ratttz with just like all the perfect drops here, although it does get covered up with some garbage.
ARIEK's getting all the colors they need to dig down right now.
Yeah, but there's still so much pressure coming their
Oh,
way.
unfortunately they missed that red shot, and so this black does not actually drop anything. Oh, but
Yeah,
they get
they're
another
still
red, but
alive,
everything's still
barely.
bridged!
Still alive?
Oh, I don't think they can make
Not
that
alive
bank shot with
anymore.
the yellows. I believe that spire on the left was too low to actually get a bubble to bounce around.
Yeah, they needed to clear the spire, and it looked like they were trying to, just ran out of time.
Sort of missing. Oh, it does get the nice tuck on the right side there. One thing to note about the physics of Puzzle Bobble is the balls trend towards the right, so it's a lot easier to make difficult-looking tuck shots to the right side of the board than it is to the left.
Ooh, Ratttz. After all this garbage landed, didn't really have a good way in. But then all these greens landing together, so
Rattz's
maybe
board
able
is
to make something out of it.
barely gets the pieces in time. Living at top board here. ARIEK's board looking very empty, but these spires on both sides are not particularly friendly either way.
Yeah, and Ratttz treading water so low down.
Oh, what
Didn't quite get the
a
colors
shot!
in the right order.
ARIEK finessing that bubble through that gap was incredible. That's almost a pixel perfect shot. Especially at that angle.
Alright, Ratttz with a very good center board shot. ARIEK with the
A lot
counter.
of fireworks this round. Both players
Ratttz doesn't have a good way of dropping those oranges. Yeah, I had to take the green instead.
Oh!
Oh,
Unfortunately,
sniped!
Rattz's discard is exactly where the damage lands. So that's gonna be... Oh, it's 3-2. It is turning into the nail biter that I expected. Ooh. ARIEK's green's getting covered up in a rather unfortunate way.
Yeah, and Ratttz just continuing the pressure, but that's a nice line of blues, yep.
Fortunately, it doesn't do much to advance ARIEK's board state.
No, but it does send some additional pressure Ratz's way.
Oh, those purples bridging just in time to prevent a big drop. And this right side is turning into a danger zone. And Ratttz is going to even it back up 3-3. Oh wow, this looks like a chaotic board.
Oh wow. It looks like the other winners round 2 matches were also nail biters. Both 5-4 decisions.
Wow.
Ooh, full row garbage.
Ratttz
looking
needs
for
an
that
orange.
orange.
Oh, no!
But then the purple blocked it and she didn't get an orange in time anyway.
Yeah, the ceiling push would have closed that out.
Ooh, that one garbage. I think Ratttz wanted the +2 on that and couldn't get it because of the garbage.
The spire is looking very well built, though. Yeah, very, very safe construction here.
Yep. Lots of pairs, which is kind of what you really want, is if you can build pairs and make it so nearly every shot either drops something or clears something, you're usually fighting back hard enough against the garbage.
Oh no! Ratttz just never finds the red!
That's so unfortunate!
The ceiling push closing it out.
Alright.
Hard-fought match, but ARIEK is going to triumph. Ooh, Ty and Bird Up also having a nail biter.
Wow. Alright, looks like we're gonna jump into... Oh! Yep, we're gonna jump into the first half of Winners Semifinals here. Oh, Rune beat Ryu 5-4.
Oh, that's a little bit of an upset.
And now they'll have a chance against the themachiny here.
Oh yes, and that's the match we're gonna watch.
It looks like the Machiny got challenged to a random and had to drop.
Yeah,
or maybe one? I'm not sure.
The members of the Puzzle Bobble lobby are fiends. They will challenge you the second you're available at any given time.
Yeah, they definitely will. They love the game.
They do love the game. For a game that only has, like, well, I guess it's got 30, 33, 35 active players right now, which is very good for a puzzle game. This is a very active bracket, or a very active lobby. Every time I run the function to calculate the ratings, win rates, and stuff, it always takes like 20 minutes because people play so many games here.
All right, looks like they just got in game.
Okay, I didn't see them in playing, so I scrolled up to looking to play and not available right as they switched areas. If anyone's going to make the Machiny sweat, I think it might be Rune.
Yeah, they're already into it, looks like. And Machiny just dropping so much of their board already. Rune fighting back, but has a very thick wall on the left to work through.
Rune definitely gonna need a lot of correct placements to clean this board up, because it's looking a little stringy.
Yeah, well, both players kind of having that same issue. Machiny
desperate for yellow, finds it.
Oh, Rune.
Rune gets the red.
Right at the edge of the board. Now Machiny at the edge of the board doesn't get the red they need.
Does not get the red, and the ceiling pressure is going to close it. The one drawback of playing incredibly fast is you come to terms with ceiling pressure very quickly.
Lots of pre-made drops on this board, if you can dig down to them.
The Machiny doing a great job extending there and turning this board into...
Oh, Rune can't shoot that orange to the left.
Yeah, the Machiny
didn't have time to get to the right.
The Machiny did a fantastic job that round of seeing all of the pairs on the board and just turning it into a giant stem.
Mm-hmm.
One of the marks of a very strong Bobble player is someone who will sort of, instead of building up,
missing that shot, trying to drop the entire spire at once, and I think that might just seal it.
Doing a little bit of digging out here.
There still might be a chance, but they'll need the exact right colors and not think it's not.
The damage falling right with Rune. If Rune had gotten one more yellow, I think could have maybe made a bank shot there, but did not have a chance.
Yeah, that game just turned on Rune missing the one orange shot early on.
Oh. The RNG favoring the Machiny right there.
Oh my goodness, what was that garbage lit pattern? It just landed perfectly horizontal with no pairs.
Big match for Rune.
Machiny has a big blue drop.
Oh wow, I didn't realize that wasn't connected.
And the green didn't go through. Yep, that'll do it. So this is just going incredibly fast. I wonder if they will greed to see if that black turns into a drop later. They might be forced to because they might just never get a black. Actually, they can't now. Or Rune can't. Oh my goodness. What is this? Rune, you have to go for the left shot.
Gets the bank shot, but at this point, Might be too little too late. Yeah, with
Oh my
7 orbs coming
gosh.
in, there's no space for almost a full row. I believe that was a guaranteed death.
Yep. Machiny on exceptionally quick. Match point here. Oh my goodness. Okay, dropping most of the right side of the board, but it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. There's just too much pressure coming in. Wow. Yeah, the Machiny just doing a fantastic job of turning every starting board into a lethal amount of damage. Roonespism did his best for 1-5 the Machiny. Alright, now I think we're going to go over to... Oh, no, we're going to drop down
it's
to
Deka losers time, actually. You versus Ty.
Ty, and also cool person who enters, like, all of our brackets.
Yeah, and I remember Ty actually being pretty good at Bobble.
I think it's one of those games where Ty notable for being a panel player, and I believe Bobble is one of those games that just rewards the thick thinking on your the quick thinking on your feet and acting fast that panel also rewards. So they've seen some I've definitely seen them make some plays in this game. Come Fightcade, I believe in you. So I'm desperate for this update. Fightcade staff, please. I need this problem solved.
And me over here on the Linux side of things, I would just like a native Linux emulator client.
All right, so we did not connect first time. Yeah, I don't know what the problem is, what causes it. I've tried reinstalling, I've tried changing what disk my Fightcade install is on, but for some reason, every once in a while, my Fightcade just says, yeah, I'm going to take a minute to connect. It runs fine once I'm in game, but it just takes a really long time to get going.
Wonder if it has something to do with, like, connecting to the replay server along with the game server at the same time.
Maybe. No, because it doesn't tend to matter if I'm the one sending the challenge or not.
That's fair.
That's usually a player 1 versus player 2 thing. Right. Well, that changes how I'm gonna play this significantly.
Oh my goodness, there's just that massive yellow drop there. Both of you still have it.
Yeah, I kind of greeted on it a little bit and immediately regretted it because it got covered. Oh.
Yeah, but Ty is greeted on the other direction. And you had sniped them.
The old 50-50.
Got sniped after sending over 2 rows of garbage.
Yeah, that was a incredibly scary amount of garbage I got out of a... Oh, that was bad.
Like, you don't see that many rows at once until you, like, get to the Puzzle Bobble 3, Puzzle Bobble 4 side of things. 2 rows in Puzzle Bobble 1 is huge.
Typically, in Puzzle Bobble 1, you're playing small ball. Just because...
Yeah, but you're kind of doing constant damage in Puzzle Bobble 1.
Yeah.
Because there's, like, so many pairs, so many drops, so many 3 and 4 clears where you're just sending, like, 1 or 2 bubbles at a time.
Sometimes you get a really nice...
Oh, like that one?
Yeah.
That was over 2 rows? 2.5 rows?
Ooh.
Oh, that greed. Oh, the greed. There was so much greed on display here.
Oh, I thought I'd get a piece eventually.
I think that was a full Wario, Deka. That was a full Wario. You can't greed that much. You have to cap it at 500 Milliwarios at most.
500 Milliwarios. Overdosing on Waриos.
Yeah, Wario's as measure of greed.
A lot of not much action on that board from either of us. Nobody
I think that was
really...
that was again a case of Ty had a massive greed drop that just couldn't
Oh,
get
just
to.
it never came together.
Yep.
A little bit of magic of the up dash right there.
Oh, oh my goodness. Okay. He's not dead yet, yep. Oh, but he covered it.
Oh, and I got sniped.
Yep.
The young 50-50.
Alright, Ty taking the yellow.
Well.
Alright, full row for Ty here.
Oh!
Left them with a lot of big groups here. And yeah.
Yeah. I missed
Another
a couple
snipe.
of shots and it fell apart very quickly.
Lots of pairs in this board. Not really a lot of pre-built drop opportunities, though. Alright, Ty getting a nice drop off the center spire there. Deka countering with 2. That's still over a full row to Ty. I don't know if he has room. Oh, definitely not. Not if there's another full row coming in.
Yeah, I found a very nice pair of oranges right as an opportunity to get a drop presented itself.
Alright, so you're on match point. Taking the early lead. Or early drop, at least.
It's orange, don't get colorblinded.
Ooh.
Up dash.
That was a very amusing thing to see there. Oh no! Yep. Every time Ty went to greed, you were just like, what if I added a row of garbage to your board?
That is I like to play. Lull my opponent into a false sense of security, and then give them a nice, and then tuck them in to sleep with a nice blanket. It's cold out. Here, you need this to stay warm. All right, now I have a feeling we're going to go back to winter semis.
Most likely, yeah.
Since
We'll see
I'm
what
waiting for a
happens with
match.
our next match call here.
My match is my opponent is either gonna be Ryu or I do not know this other person.
Alpha Kikyo. Yeah, looks like they're in game right now, so.
And that's not the stream
But,
match. The stream match is Sonic
we are
versus
going to be
ARIEK.
streaming the other half of Winter Semis, Sonic 3 and Knuckles versus ARIEK.
I see some familiar faces. Rangel02 is a very strong player playing over PE who used to enter some of our
Over PE used to enter the Bobble brackets actually.
Bobble brackets and some of the money exchanger brackets. I've played them in that a number of times. Yep. Alright, they're off to the races.
Oh, that's such a huge drop from Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
Oh, I opened the wrong game. Is this? Yeah, it's playing. Okay.
Yeah, F3K just dropped the left half of the board for 2 rows early on, and ARIEK just never able to recover.
Oh no, the stream overlay is wrong.
Oh, ARIEK also missing a shot here. Can't do that at this point in the tournament, really. When you're in winter semis, you... Oh my gosh.
ARIEK getting buried.
What do you do? When you see 2 reds and more, what do you do?
Fortunately, the game does not like Sonic 3 or the script does not like Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
Oh my gosh, just another 2 rows right at the start, with another row follow-up. ARIEK sending 1 row back, but that's like... Their board is so massively messed up.
Yeah, Sonic 3 not leaving any breathing room, just running with ridiculous pressure.
What do you do?
You have to play incredibly fast and you can't miss any shots.
So basically you have to be them.
Yeah. There is no strategy. You must simply play really well.
Well, ARIEK actually having a pretty decent time this round.
Yeah, but you can't count Sonic
for
out
now.
just yet. So these... Oh!
Yeah, there isn't a lot of...
Yeah, unfortunately the ceiling pressure not running in Sonic's favor there. So ARIEK is on the board, though. 4 rounds in a row is a tough mountain to climb here.
Yeah, they have to pull off the reversed 5-0 to make it to Winners Finals.
Gosh,
Very
Sonic is just
tall
pumping
order
out like
here.
3 times as many bubbles as ARIEK at the moment.
At the moment, oh, that might be a big mistake. Block the green or the blues.
Oh no, I think that
it didn't end up mattering.
That was
in
an
the
incredibly
end, but
difficult
I saw
shot.
That too.
That was an incredible. I believe that was a shot you can make, but that was like a pixel perfect shot.
You can definitely just make that without a bank. S3K greeting, adding more bubbles, got the red!
Playing the numbers game. Oh, misses the drop with the yellows, though.
Alright, one row coming back their way. But, okay, didn't snipe. ARIEK needs a black.
Oh, ARIEK
before they take any more
saved
damage.
a little bit there.
Before they take any more damage! Oh, they
no! Misses the tuck to the left, and unfortunately just only clips the blacks on the side of the spire. And so Sonic is going to take it.
Yep, 5-2. Alright, so before we get farther into bracket, looks like we're going to take a short break and talk about some upcoming Puzzle Wednesday events.
Oh, I did find a schedule slide.
I'll slide it onto the stream here.
Yeah, today is the 17th. We are celebrating Puzzle Bobble with this wonderful bracket. Next week, we are celebrating another uppy downy bouncy game with Uchi Carrot, which is a very interesting take on versus Brick Breaker, where you bounce a ball around and dropping things on your opponent causes them to take large amounts of damage. It's an interesting one in that all of the characters have different damage patterns, so there's a little bit of, you can kind of metagame a little bit with how you choose to play, going for just like smothering your opponent with a character who has a flat pattern that covers everything, or you can go for a character with a very thin pattern that just buries them really quickly. So it's a very fun game, very hyped to watch.
Very interesting that like Taito made 3 or 4 different games with the exact same damage system. They made Puzzle Bobble that has damage come up from the bottom when you drop things. Then they made Pop and Pop that does the same thing. Then they made Fuchi Carrot that does the same thing. Then they made Landmaker that does the same thing.
Yeah, and they all play pretty differently, all things considered.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
this one plays a lot more like their old arcade game Arkanoid crossed with Puzzle Bobble.
I've never played Arkanoid.
It's a pretty straightforward, like, breakout brick breaker game. Its gimmick was that it had enemies that would fly around the screen that would get in the way of your ball.
Ah, okay. All right, and then the week after that, I believe Mr. Driller G marks the first Duck Station game we're going to be running for a bracket.
I think it's the first one we're running this year, yeah.
Yeah.
So Mr. Driller is a favorite of our very own Juicy. The game where what if your board is just there, stacked in front of you, and you have to dig through it to the bottom without letting it fall back on top of you as you dig down. You clear blocks by choosing a color, digging into it, and all the adjacent blocks of that color also disappear, which then can cause chain reactions of blocks falling, matching, and clearing above you, and blocks falling and squashing you, and it gets to be very hectic very fast. I'm not actually sure how versus works. I think it's a race to the bottom in a 500-meter or 1,000-meter race.
I've seen Juicy play it before, and it definitely looks like a fun time. So I'm very excited to check it out. Very fast paced game because you're pushing the barrier of how deep and quickly can I dig without crushing myself.
Yep. And I think you can also like pick up items while you're digging that affect your opponent's board. You can either flip their board 180 degrees or vertically or in any of several directions to disorient them and make the board collapse in different ways.
So definitely will be an exciting one to tune into. So
Yep. And not on this slide, but also upcoming at Puzzle Wednesday to celebrate the release of Cosmo Gang the Puzzle on Arcade Archives this week. We are running an impromptu bracket of Pack Attack this Friday on the
Ooh.
19th of January.
All right. So if
So
you
Cosmo Gang the Puzzle was the original version of the game that became Pack Attack later on, where you drop blocks on the board, drop aliens on the board, and then clear them out with orbs that rush down through the board, just like, a certain Pac-Man and certain ghosts also do.
right,
And I
yeah,
think
so
that might also be a Duck Station bracket now that I'm thinking about it.
oh maybe that'll be interesting. So if you not shown, if you like Pack Attack, it will be return here in 2 days for a fun time. All right, with that, I believe my opponent is chomping at the bit. So we are going to return to Deka Losers as I accept this challenge from Ryu MS3. An incredibly strong Puzzle
Yep.
Bobble player.
Yeah, the 3 seed for this bracket here. So definitely well regarded.
Yeah, we're in top 8, and everybody here in top 8 is an absolute killer. They have accepted, just need to pray that Fightcade connects. Come on, Fightcade, I believe. It's really struggling right now.
I saw a game pop up in the playing and I thought it was yours.
Unfortunately, no. Ooh, I've just got the black screen, so I believe we failed to connect. Time's a charm. The frustrating part is I get the little pop-up that shows Fightcade's loading, and then nothing happens. It's like teasing me.
Yeah. That said, support your Fightcade devs. They are volunteers doing this project. And while we haven't had an update for a while, They are still working on, as far as I've seen, updating Flycast to add additional functionality and additional support, updating Duck Station so it works within Fightcade, adding some more games and uh, engine support to the base FB Neo emulator that they run. And where you can, support the devs and the Arcade Archives re-releases too. Puzzle Bobble Every Bubble did come out a little while ago and is a really well put together version of Bobble.
Yeah, it is definitely a full package. There's like 700 levels or something ridiculous.
Oh my goodness, yeah, that's a huge Bobble game.
Or no, there's 250 levels, but it's a lot. I have been slowly chipping away at it for a long time, and I still haven't completed it. So, all right, we are going to try restarting Fightcade. It does not. Fortunately, I think there's a little bit of a language barrier, so they do not know to just let the black screen sit. I do not know what language they speak in Bolivia. This is a little frustrating. I know I can play Ryu MS3. I've played them before. Fightcade is just not being friendly. Oh, we're in.
Hey, we made it. We made it.
Hopefully it was worth the wait.
Looks like you're both coming out swinging here.
Yeah, this is a pretty dynamic start here.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Bubbles flying back and forth. It looks like you just kind of each took the bottom couple rows of each other's board, dropped them, rearranged them, and then sent them back to the other.
Yeah, that is kind of what happened. It just, everything slingshot back and forth very quickly.
Oh my god, it's still happening. Nice shot there, getting that yellow wedged in.
That was definitely a slobber knocker.
Oh, they had such a massive drop and just couldn't get a black.
That's a bad miss. Entering damage control mode. That was a little greedy, but sometimes it's worth
Yeah, and it's
taking a risk.
gonna make it difficult to get much offense for a little bit. However, Ryu's also near the bottom, so...
Whew.
Full row, that'll do it.
A little bit of creative maneuvering around the spire in the middle there. Unfortunately, I did not beat them to the stack.
Oh, that yellow's gonna bridge both sides. Are you missing a couple of bank shots?
Me also missing a couple of important shots, though. Yeah, that's not going to end well for me.
They managed to turn the shots they missed into fodder for a drop.
And I did not.
Deka greeting got a nice addition to it. Gotta love when the garbage just extends the bubbles that you have as your trigger. It's like, oh, that's getting, that might get covered up. Actually, you just get an extra bubble, and now you can't cover it.
Whew. Right.
Or in this case, it linked your greens up, and now you just get an entire row and a half.
Yeah. I think the drop was pretty big regardless, but that was an extra couple of damage, for sure.
Ooh, that massive black. You blocked it. It's a big gamble, because if they get down to it, they'll have even more coming back. Blocked it again.
I just had to do a good job of keeping the pressure on.
And they missed the bank! Oh my gosh!
A little bit of a hamster scramble right there, connecting a five piece. Please, I'm desperate.
Oh my goodness. It's so much. Nope. You starting to come back. Has 3 more games to win. Deka covering up the drop. Has a full row.
Unfortunate timing on the damage there. I saw the line ready to come in and I didn't know where to discard.
I don't think you really had a good place to discard. Oh my goodness. Oh, the block! The double block!
Oh, thank God. Oh!
Oh my gosh! What a shot!
Saved it with the bank shot. Very well played from you. Definitely making me sweat with the moves they were making at the end there.
That was amazing!
Alright, we are going into...
Alright, continuing with the loser side. Loser's quarters.
Oh, it's quarters. There we go.
Have Roonespism versus Girafa. Girafa?
I
Is it
think it's
GIF or
Girafa.
GIF?
I think it's I think it's GI, so I think it would be a soft G. Their picture looks like a giraffe, so if I squint, it is indeed a giraffe. It is just purple. Girafa, a very strong player. I've played them many times in this lobby. Not necessarily a training partner, but definitely someone I regularly play matches with. They're very active here on Fightcade. $50, yeah.
FT50? No. We gotta end the tournament at some point tonight.
Yes, FT50. I've done it before.
I've done FT50 before, also.
It takes about an hour, which I'm not quite interested in doing in the middle of a bracket, but... Alright, they're off. Oh wow, this huge red drop.
Yeah, Rune has so much material just stacked up here.
And Ryun with a beautiful tuck to get the red drop on the left.
Oh, the purples. Yep, that'll work. And Rune...
Oh, Rune accidentally threading the needle when they didn't want to. Normally I would say...
anything, so it wouldn't have actually helped, but...
It would have at least given some space to place things in a more convenient way.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, missing that orange. That's already a back foot for Rune.
Yeah, I've mentioned it before, but the tucks towards the left side are a lot harder than the tucks towards the right side.
Ooh, that's another missed shot from Rune. 3 misses already.
Sneaks that green in there, so now Rune's board is
another miss.
A great spot.
Yeah, but all the misses, it didn't matter. They managed to get Girafa off the bottom.
Yeah, Girafa unable to mount a significant amount of pressure.
Did the stream layout not update?
Oh.
The names didn't update.
There we go. Now it did. It's being a little finicky tonight. Oh no, another big miss from Rune.
Oh yeah, and that's gonna hurt. Because the orange coming in to block it. Now there just really isn't a good way to do anything with that except getting the purple to drop it, or blue. And there isn't a lot of time.
Yeah, Rune does not have enough time or space to work with that drop. And I don't think a bank shot would have even reached with how far out that spire was sticking.
Oh my goodness.
Alright, the 2-tap on the giant drop from both players.
Oh, that's an entire row and a half. Rune just setting up pairs.
Stop there.
Oh, missed the left tuck. Second chance, missed again.
And then overcorrects too far.
Alright, takes the drop. Didn't get KO'd yet, but running out of time.
And this spire on the right is not a good thing to have because it's more than 2 wide.
Yeah, because of the way the bubbles stick to it, like, even a single bubble means that, like, you have a liability of 2 bubbles worth of damage where it can kill you. Girafa greeting, getting a nice row worth of Aspire.
Rune with a nice drop on that left side. Can be pretty difficult to bridge those like those vertical gaps.
I'm noticing a lot of just like missing right on the edge of some shots here by Rune. Just
Really
not quite
thinking.
as consistent or accurate as I'm sure he wishes he was. And losing a lot of rounds for it.
Yeah, the RNG not doing Rune any favors that round for sure.
Yeah, but remember, you made the point earlier, you kind of have to... You have to be fast and accurate to beat the players at this point in the bracket, and if you're missing one or the other of those, you start to fall behind pretty quick. Although this round, it looks like Rune has both of them down pat.
Yeah, Rune's got his route through the board pretty solidified this time. Nice yellow drop.
Oh, but that was a miss.
Misses the greens.
And that's a very difficult mistake to recover from without a bank. Yeah, thankfully didn't need it, but...
Yeah, opts to commit to just the little bit more pressure he realized he needed to get the win. Which was a good pivot. Bobble not known as a game where you really watch your opponent's side of the board, but every once in a while, if you're near the bottom, it can be worth taking a peek to see, do I need to actually kill them, or are they close enough that I can just wait for them to lose to the game?
Yeah, I mean, it is a Taito game. Sometimes the correct way of winning is just stop playing the game and let your opponent lose.
Yeah, there are definitely scenarios in Bobble where you have lost, but the game isn't over. Rune is now currently making a pretty solid comeback here.
Yeah, 4-3, it's still pretty close. Alright, got the tuck.
Tuck with the bank shot.
Not really a lot of offense on the board right now for either player. Girafa greeted for a 4-bubble drop, but Rune had already cleared the majority of his board.
Girafa desperate for an orange here. Oh, gets the
Not
blue,
going to get it,
luckily.
but gets the blue instead.
And the green.
And Rune now actually quite low down.
Yeah,
gets sniped.
That's enough. Rune getting a little unlucky with the placement of some of those bubbles, but there were enough down on that bottom row that I can't really say he got unlucky with how much pressure was coming in. So
Yep, well played to both players. Girafa moving on to loser semis. And now for the other side, looks like it's you back on the hot seat.
Me and ARIEK. Deka versus Bolivia. I played Ryu, and now I play ARIEK. For a little while, there was a Puerto Rico monthly where they did Puzzle Bobble, and every once in a while, Ryu and Sonic 3 and Knuckles would show up and terrorize all of us.
I'm surprised none of the Pakistani players joined the bracket tonight.
Yeah, I always love to see them show up because so many of them are so strong.
Mm-hmm.
I'll never forget that first time that Nadim Hakshmi, something like that.
Yeah, I can't remember their full name. But yeah, first puzzle bobble bracket we ran, invited a player from Pakistan, and I don't even remember if they lost like very many rounds.
I don't think they lost a single round. They just ran through the entire bracket and deleted all of us. Nadim Hashmi, I was close. There's no K, but I was almost there. Yeah, I have not seen them in the lobby again since then, but I have mentioned their name before to other players, and they're like, I specifically think it was Sonic 3 and Knuckles I was talking to. I said, yeah, we hosted a bracket a long time ago, and Nadim Hashmi showed up and just swept the whole thing. And Sonic 3 and Knuckles' response is, oh, Nadim, he's the best. So
That seemed very accurate, yes. It was very funny because like we had that bracket, and then the next bracket immediately after that, Chikapoo showed up. And if I remember right, like she showed up just on a whim and was like, "Yeah, I'll just play in this. I don't really know if I'll do very well." And then like ran the bracket the same way Nadim did,
yeah,
and then
yeah,
tweeted like, "Oops, LOL, I won," or something
yeah.
like
I
that.
remember. Yeah, Chickapoo tweeted just entered a random puzzle bubble bracket. Gonna lose real quick. Oh dear, I won. It was very amusing.
We just seem to get like the puzzle sickos here in Puzzle Bobble bracket.
Yeah, that is the best part. Ah, what
And
like
like this was a game. This game, I feel like I'm kind of on the older side of the people we have in Puzzle Wednesday, but like this game was a big part of my childhood just because it was in all the Neo Geo arcade machines where I grew up. There was a Bust a Move cartridge in the Neo Geo that was at my mother's college student union campus.
that's cool.
And so like I would go wait for her at the student union after school, and she would like give us quarters to just play the Neo Geo, and the only game I played on it was Bust a Move. So I got like super good at it.
It's a good one to be good at because everybody's played some version of Bust a Move, Puzzle Bobble, Snood. There's like a million
Mm-hmm.
different variations of the same game. So it's a good one to have in your back pocket. I remember when I was very young, there was an ice skating rink that I would go to with my mom every once in a while, and they had a KOF cabinet, I don't know which year, and a Metal Slug 3 cabinet. And I loved
Ooh.
Metal Slug 3. I would convince my mom to bring me to the ice skating rink just so I could blow quarters on the Metal Slug cabinet. It was always a good time. Yeah, I'm just gonna restart Fightcade again. Hopefully that'll make a difference.
Yeah, Ohio never hurts to try it. And there's always people in the Fightcade lobby. I mean, there's 24 people in the lobby right now. Tons of people around to play.
Yeah, ever since they released the the lobby for Puzzle Bobble was pretty quiet, and then they released the detector, and it just exploded. Like overnight, we went from having like 6 people in the lobby to having 25 to 30 on any given night.
Amazing what a little letter next to your name will do.
Do they speak Spanish or Portuguese in Bolivia? Hmm. I think they're restarting Fightcade now. I really do hope that this problem goes away with the update. Because I don't know if anyone else really has this problem, or if it's just that I'm particularly maligned by Fightcade.
Hey, I have a question actually.
What?
Why is Bub holding a loafer?
That's a it's a reference to Azumanga Daioh. In one of the scenes, Osaka, the girl on the right, um, there's like she's talking to one of her classmates, and the classmate says, "If you kick your shoe off and it lands upright, like correct side up, you'll be lucky for the rest of the day." And she kicks her shoe off, and it lands on a truck, and that just drives away. Does not seem like it wants to let us connect. I will leave it to the TOs to make a decision on how we should proceed.
I think usually in cases like this, the lower seed just has to take the loss.
So that would be me in this scenario.
So then it would just be ARIEK moving on. But I will leave it to the TOs to make an official decision. Yeah, looks like that's what we're going to be doing here. Giving ARIEK the pass.
All right. An understandable play. Sad that I will not get to continue, but the bracket must go on. Oh, we're going to winners finals. Sonic 3 and Knuckles versus the themachiny. First and second seed.
And it's first to 10.
First to 10. Oh, out of water. Oh well, survive. I don't think I've seen Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Oh wait, no, we watched Sonic 3 play against
We watched
ARIEK.
Sonic 3 and Knuckles, yeah.
And they
So
looked.
this will be an especially high octane match.
Yeah, Sonic 3 and Knuckles would also likely be a B rank were they to have a rating. If I had a guess, that would be my guess.
All right.
I've played
Is
them.
the Machiny there?
They're in. Are they waiting on the title screen? Oh yeah, the Machiny is AFK.
Did they say they didn't connect?
Oh, no me connecta. Yeah. They are. I do not believe they are here. They made it into the match. Fightcade not having mercy on anyone today. This is a long distance connection. South Korea to El Salvador. So cool that we can have tournaments like this due to the magic of roll by netcode. Unfortunately, these long distance connections are not infallible, and they are held together by a dedicated group of volunteers. I wonder if Fightcade is just struggling at the moment. There are quite a few people online. Oh, looks like they're in again.
Yep, and they're able to press buttons this time, it looks like.
All right. I'm still connecting. So hopefully they don't get too far without me. All right, there we go. I'm in. Oh, that's a big drop from both players. Over
Yeah,
a line.
you just rejoin to see the boards explode.
The Machiny put in a pretty bad spot. Not much space left on the board to make any moves with. All right.
Looks like the name script is update again, and also there's no audio on your stream.
Oh, there's no audio? Hold on, I can fix that. I think it's because the weird
Because of when
connection
you
issues
updated?
tends to break the audio.
Oh! Sonic 3K getting the bank shot and then getting sniped on the one bubble they had at the bottom. Ooh, missed the red shot. Maybe that was intentional though? Oh, that's such a perfect ladder. Just the stair steps of orange.
Alright, I believe. Very nice bridge from the themachiny.
And then sniped.
Oh yeah, I've got to fix the overlay. Oh, it did work. Okay, it just needed a kick in the pants. But last time it just did not want to accept Sonic 3 and Knuckles' name at all. I had to switch to the manual overlay. Oh, things are looking very tight on Machiny's side of the board, and the pressure is just going to keep rolling in.
So hard.
Yeah, this matchup seems incredibly momentum-based.
Yeah, they're both like throwing haymakers constantly. What if we just dropped 6, 8, 10 bubbles at a time?
Ooh, that's an interesting bridge on the Machiny's side of the board. Oh, gets so lucky with that placement on the yellow. Oh, wow, what a bank shot. That might actually be a salvageable side of the board now. Fortunately, I don't know if they're ever going to get a color they need.
Oh no! Garbage rolled in!
It did not matter. Sonic 3. Crushed by ceiling pressure? I did not see. Alright, first big hit from Sonic already. Found a much stronger start. Their board's all bridged up in funny ways, though. And I'm not a fan of this spire on the right side.
Yeah, there's not really a good way down. Like, there's no pairs in it.
There's no pairs and there's no way to access any of it either. It's all like blocked off. Meanwhile, the themachiny has a beautiful board of perfectly sectioned off drops. Sonic making that shot a little bit more difficult for themselves than I think they had to. Oh, this pressure is relentless. Okay, going for a greedier play and making the drop on the right side. It pays off. They find another green.
But now they're kind of at a standstill, whereas Machiny, if they get this black, that's 5 bubbles at the full row.
Sonic gets very lucky and none of that damage sticks. But the next line is going to kill.
Halfway there already. 5-2.
Yeah, the themachiny looking quite dominant right now.
Ooh, that was such a shot. Bridge the blacks.
Sonic
denying Machiny the same drop.
Sonic really doing their best to assert that, or to keep the pressure on that round. And the Machiny, recognizing that a full horizontal line is an insurmountable obstacle, just throws in the towel.
Oh my goodness, there's so many hanging off those reds and blacks. Yep.
Yeah, that was a very well constructed stack, having two different access points, and then the fact that it was so open air on the left meant many, many lines of garbage could be taken before the stem was going to be obstructed.
Oh, the garbage got him.
Yeah, Sonic, unfortunately, I believe this... What is this yellow? Oh god. This could be crazy. Unfortunately for Sonic, despite having such a beautiful board, everything bridged, nothing dropped, and the spires just poked him off the bottom. Wow. That was almost tragic. It's like it's everything that went wrong there for Sonic went wrong.
This time finding the greed, getting 2 full rows back, and the garbage landing in such a way that the Machiny stack is in a horrible shape.
Gets the purple though, but this left side of the board is a disaster. Yeah, that's not the kind of board you can dig out under pressure. Machiny finding a much stronger poke to start the round.
Alright, has a double layered, yep. Machiny just keeps doing that, like, really heavy greed, and then makes sure there are 2 separate trigger colors.
Yeah, that's a good way to build a safe stack. It's just difficult to construct quickly, but if you've got the finesse to line it up.
Yeah, they've mostly done it again, yep.
Yeah, just does such a good job of keeping the... You kind of want to build in like an upside-down 7 formation.
Yeah.
And the Machiny just does such a good job of keeping it as close to the top of their stack as possible. Wow, gorgeous bank shot. Oh no, but okay, the orange is not connecting, doesn't matter.
Oof.
Alright, the Machiny on match point here.
Yep. Alright. Sonic 3K had the opportunity to do that same build that the Machiny had been doing with the double color trigger, but did not take advantage of it. Manages to get the drop, but then their board just ends up snapped back. And they're not getting the colors they need, and that'll do it.
Alright. The Machiny looking very dominant.
Alright.
Yeah. Just doing such a great job of getting a first big hit to swing momentum in their favor, and then just continuing to follow up after it and prevent their opponent from making any recovery. Alright, so are we at losers finals now?
Losers semis.
Losers semis. Ooh, sounds like this is a rival match. ARIEK and Girafa.
Brazil versus Bolivia. Yeah, I can see why. They're already into it.
Wow, they're quick.
Girafa on the left, ARIEK on the right.
As soon as it'll let me in. Oh, L Team Bolivia. Yeah, Bolivia did send out a whole team today. I think we had 3 or 4 players. Not Bolivia today. No.
The pace of play noticeably slower in this game than the last one we were watching. Not that it's slow by any means.
Just not not slow, just not a fever pitch.
Yes.
Alright, ARIEK. Unfortunately, covering up the purples and then getting the purple. Oh no, bridges it.
Oh yeah, that's so unfortunate. And can't get can reach the black eventually, but that's only 6 bubbles.
Yeah, definitely squandered a chance to get an enormous drop there.
But still stabilized, their board's in better shape than Girafa's. Girafa doing a little bit of greed building. Oh, the garbage
purple shot
snapping
is
back.
Very
Oh,
unfortunate.
the red!
Yeah, that was unfortunately a miss and lose instantly scenario. No chance to recover from a shot that low on board. Doesn't go for the bank shot.
Oh, those yellows. The yellows go all the way up and drop the whole board if she can get it, but she didn't notice!
Ooh. Alright, ARIEK. ARIEK capitalizing on that board much better than Girafa did. Ooh, missing a little bit of a tuck there. Converts it into a different drop. Girafa going for some interesting bank
Girafa
shots
going
here.
for so much greed. And yeah, just
too
did
much
not
damage
have time.
rolling in. Rick, a little unsure how to take this board. Has been given a lot of material, but Girafa definitely got the first punch, so...
Yeah, but unfortunately the garbage is kind of stacking up in ways that are making it difficult to counterpunch. That right stack is like 2 bubbles thick and has no real pairs that bridge it.
Oh, poor Girafa, just unfortunately. Instantly they get a nice shot to help downstack their board, the damage just flows right into the gap they created. Oh, and that's a big drop for top board.
Yep. And so, match point for ARIEK, unfortunately. Or unfortunately for Girafa. We'll see if she can come back.
ARIEK did a very good job with the start of this board of digging out a bunch of like innate spires in the stack itself and has constructed a pretty strong offense without having to actually build anything. So their board stayed pretty low.
Yeah. And yep, that's just not going to work.
The ceiling pressure. All right. ARIEK is going to take it. On to losers final. Can ARIEK beat Sonic 3 and Knuckles? This will be the run back. Have they warmed up enough? I think Brazil is an hour ahead even of the East Coast, so it's getting pretty late there. As soon as they hop in. All right. And they're off.
Yep, and they are already into it.
Fightcade, please. Let me in. Oh, Brazil's 2 hours ahead of us. Or at least where Girafa is.
Oh, so it was already past midnight there?
Yeah, 12:30.
Oh, good gracious, yeah.
Especially on a weeknight. Alright, we're in.
Oh, both boards looking really touch and go.
What a... Very well played from ARIEK. Dug out of that one with some incredible finesse. This purple structure on the left side of ARIEK's board.
Yeah, that's...
Is one just like
these...
so tantalizing, but so far away.
Yeah, like these spider webby formations across their board are just like impossible to drop efficiently. You either get a really skinny drop that only drops a couple bubbles, or it ends up bridging and you don't drop anything at all.
Sonic 3. Definitely swinging back in the second round. Oh, I like the attempt at the bank shot, but unfortunately does not connect. It is still in a good spot to get, though. Gets an easier pickup.
Lots of pressure coming back from ARIEK.
And it's going to keep coming as well. There were two... In addition to the shot ARIEK had just made, there were like 2 more drops coming right behind it. So... Sonic doing a little bit of greeting here. Pays off. Oh, and suddenly, the board does not look so great. Oh, unfortunately, just unfortunate moment for ARIEK. They did a great job squeezing the bubble through that gap, but unfortunately, the shape of the stack underneath meant it was impossible to tuck the bubble to the right to get the drop.
This board has that big funny red group on it.
This is like an Azubobble starter. All right, the big funny red is available.
Oh my goodness! But they can't reach it.
It does not look like they're ever going to. Interesting that they opted to put that yellow there. I wonder if that was a misdrop. Ooh, ARIEK in a dire spot right now.
Yep, they get two. Oh,
the damage comes in. Sonic saying, "No, you do not have the time to dig."
The orange didn't drop. Oh, wow. Perfectly timed.
Couple of 1-2 punches there from ARIEK to even it back up. Or I guess not quite even it back up, but still a close match regardless. Much closer than it was on winner's side. Oh, huge drop.
2.5 lines. And then another line on top of it. And then another line.
Yeah, Sonic just spent... I think Sonic correctly saw that that board did not have much potential in and of itself, and so just immediately committed to making a giant drop. And because they didn't have to worry about the board having any quick pokes in it, they were safe to greed away.
Alright, ARIEK putting the pressure on. Oh, there's no red incoming!
Done in by the Taito RNG.
The worst part is that the red was the next bubble afterwards.
Oh, the RNG has to know. It knows exactly what you want, and it gives it to you. It holds it just out of reach. It's the best way to put it. Alright, big drop on the left side of red.
Yep.
For... Oh, covers... Oh, no. Digs it back. Oh, but it does get covered up.
Yeah, ARIEK has that same drop still available. Oh, but... Oh my gosh. What if you just weren't allowed to have it?
Yeah.
What if suddenly your board grew 4 bubbles downwards?
Definitely not a good feeling to be that close to a shot that probably would have sealed the game, only to have the garbage cover it up every time you get close. Oh, those greens getting covered up is such a tragedy.
Yeah, it's not the worst because it keeps getting covered up with pairs, which means they can be counterpoked.
Actually doing a very good job of staying mobile on the board.
That's a couple of nice counterpokes.
Yeah. ARIEK making a lot of very, very smart decisions that I did not see at first glance, and it paid off big time. And they recognized that a lot of damage was incoming, and so they opted to just commit everything to keeping their board as light as possible, and it worked out perfectly.
Yeah, they seem to be a little bit more of a methodical player than S3K.
S3K likes to just build a very big attack and crush you in one fell swoop, and they're very, very good at doing that. But
yeah, ARIEK plays the board a lot more, and because of that, like I said, they play a little bit more methodically, a little bit less fire ridiculously quickly. And they'll take the time to line up shots sometimes, but it does mean that in the case where they have the opportunity to counterattack, they can pull off some incredible upset shots.
Unfortunately, if the board does not offer them much material, Sonic's strategy of committing to building a big drop is going to lean the matchup in their favor a little bit.
Yeah, and considering Sonic will build that drop faster than ARIEK will take advantage of the board sometimes too.
And sometimes there's just not much on the board to take advantage of. Like this map or setup in particular was pretty dry.
Oh goodness. Yeah, there was like maybe one or two potential shots, but those got covered up with garbage pretty quickly. And from there was just nothing to do besides try and stay alive among the ridiculous pressure that S3K is putting out.
Alright. ARIEK finds a nice drop there in the middle. Misses that red tuck, but...
Yeah, and unfortunately now look at their right side is bridged again, so they don't have the ability to play the board, and they're just kind of once again gasping for air.
No, the placement of that second blue garbage was so mean. That was so cruel. And with that, Sonic 3 is going to take it. Well fought by ARIEK, but unfortunately not quite enough to get the revenge match. So we've got our grand finals.
Yep, one or maybe two last sets of Bobble for the night. One last move before they go bust.
Touche.
They are already in game.
Yep. Alright, and I snuck in right away this time.
Oh, did we have the issue?
Oh, I think they did not connect. Again?
Yep, looks like we have the issue with controls again.
Yep. I'm very curious what causes that to happen. I've never seen an issue like that before, where they connect and just one person can't play. Every once in a while, I like throwing some of the text from the chat into Translate, see what people are saying. Right, they're back in. Right. I just have to reconnect.
Yep, and they already back in it because they have the ability to move. This board was the most clustered and clumped up board I've ever seen.
Fightcade, let me in. There we go. Alright, well, we missed the first game, unfortunately. But we're back. This board doesn't look.
Just means that
much
Machiny just gets the first round as a you know, the winner's advantage. The winner's advantage of there were just a whole bunch of massive groups of bubbles in the starting formation that they just dug to and destroyed S3K with. Ooh.
S3K's pressure gonna even it back up. The Machiny with an almost completely full board. You don't see it very often.
No, not in Puzzle Bobble 1 you don't. Also, the scores aren't updated properly for some reason. It says it's 1-0.
Alright, I will just have to switch to the manual overlay again. Because it does not... for some reason, it doesn't seem to like Sonic today.
Big drops going both directions at once there. S3K getting the short end of the stick because left them lower. Machiny just dropping the entire board. S3K with a small counter shot.
Right. Ah, I spelled the Machiny wrong.
Alright, Machiny looking for the red. Oh, almost got blocked off, but got the yellow just in time. Still gets hit with a little garbage. Both players in peril.
Alright, yeah, Sonic unfortunately going to take one last little bubble of garbage and it will push them over.
Oh, here's another clumpy board.
Oh, wow, and that's... Oh! Giant drop from Sonic, though.
And so despite the early pressure, oh my goodness, it's all coming back!
The Machiny just unable to access the stem. It was simply too far away. Tucked away in a corner. For safekeeping, but perhaps too safekeeping.
Oh, those purples lined up very nicely on Machiny's board. I think that might be their goal this game, is to dig to those purples.
Fortunately, it's not looking like a goal that they can achieve. Unfortunate order of orbs there for Sonic, committing to popping the purples and then immediately getting another purple.
Machiny greeting for all these purples, now turning to black, cutting their losses with red.
Gets the bank shot. Unfortunately, the board is not enough.
Oh, but S3K has the reds, and they missed the shot! And that'll kill him.
Oh, and the ceiling pressure, yeah, comes right in.
That's
a lot of
so
back and forth here.
Unfortunate. Alright, both players with
literally identical drops. Very different shaped drops, but identical damage.
Oh, the bridge! The garbage bridging the board. How will S3K attempt to respond? They're not dead yet. Now they're dead.
Oh, but yeah, no remaining spots on the board to place pieces. Oh wow, what is this?
There are so many purples on this board.
Wow, very nice bank shot.
Yeah, both players just kind of taking the low-hanging fruit. Being like, okay, let's just shuffle each other's boards a little bit and then go from there. Oh, those purples are so juicy for S3K.
Unfortunately, you can't tuck those purples to the left due to the shape of the board. So, Sonic 3 and Knuckles' board has taken a turn for the worse.
Oh yeah, this is horrendous. The yellow, oh my goodness.
Missing that yellow tuck is brutal.
That'll do it.
That is a round losing play.
Oh, that garbage is so mean for S3K. It bridged both sides of their board, whereas it didn't bridge them for... Oh, but it didn't matter. Just a quick snipe. This game is going so back and forth. Like I said earlier, just like both players just throwing haymakers back and forth.
It really is just who can seize momentum first. And if you seize momentum, just like...
this is gonna be so much.
Ooh, the Machiny getting a much nastier hit out of that.
Yep,
oh, the damage just coming in the same spot twice for Knuckles is so unfortunate.
Slipping just that little farther away. Machiny 3 games away from winning the tournament.
And Sonic...
But just that quick.
Sonic just 4 games away from resetting the bracket. Ooh, this is a very interesting board. There's a lot of potential for digging here.
Alright. 3K taking the time. Oh my goodness, that blue didn't quite connect all the way.
Right, the damage, unfortunately, filling in that gap in the middle of Sonic's board means the spire on the right is pretty much solid. You're not going to get that as a drop.
Yeah, it's going to be several pieces, if you're even allowed to get it at all.
Oh!
Missing the shot.
Missing the tuck there. Okay. Managing to stave off death by, like...
Oh, no!
a single bubble so many times, but... Does not get the rest of the pieces they need.
Oh my goodness, these reds. Both players taking it.
Machiny getting 3 or 4 more pieces out of it, though.
Yep, but S3K getting a counter off the garbage that just lined up in the center of their board. Nice drop potential on the right spire. Has a black for it.
Does get the black, yeah. Okay, that's a big momentum shift for Sonic
gets
there.
the tuck. Oh, but they're one away from losing. They've gotten sniped so many times tonight.
Okay, finds the yellows.
2 garbage. Doesn't get sniped. Oh, doesn't get sniped!
Does get sniped! Right at the end! Oh, it's so frustrating when you take a line and receive garbage in the same sweep and it kills you from 2 away from the bottom. Not much action on this board off the bat.
So Sonic 3K needing perfect play to stay in the tournament, reset the bracket. 1 bubble from the end.
Oh, and their board is not looking very healthy.
This is looking so painful. Bank shot. Attempting it. Missed
does not hit the bank shot. And that ceiling pressure will end it. With that, the Machiny is our winner.
Yeah, GG's to Machiny. Absolutely dominant performance tonight. Did not drop a set.
Dropped some games, but that's an inevitability in Bobble. It's impossible to... It's almost impossible to make it through a bracket in this game and not lose at least one. But they definitely looking convincing. So...
All right. I think before we send...
It is not on our slide here, but it has snuck onto our schedule. So if you enjoy Pack Attack and the fun cascading style games, it's a fun one. A favorite here at Puzzle Wednesday for sure.
Next week we'll be back here with Poochie Carrot, block breaking, block dropping, ball bouncing puzzle game.
Very fun Brick Breaker-esque versus game. So you're
Yep, and another Taito favorite too.
yeah, definitely. A rare Taito game where RNG isn't really a major player.
Yeah, that's actually fair.
The way the damage lands is pretty much guaranteed. It always targets the lowest point on your board, and all of the boards are predetermined. There's no RNG involved. So if you want the fun of a Taito game without any randomness, a pure skill game, if you will, this is the game for you.
And then January 31st, we'll be doing Mr. Driller on PlayStation, Mr. Driller G specifically.
Yeah, this I believe. If Pack Attack isn't on Duck Station, I believe Mr. Driller will be our first game where we're running a tournament on Duck Station. So
Yep, Pack Attack is on Duck Station, and this will actually that'll be our third Duck Station bracket. Our first was back in November, actually, when we did the Puzzle Stadium bracket on Duck Station.
oh, I didn't realize we did that on Duck Station because we didn't do it on Duck Station the time that I entered. All right, so we have put Duck Station through the ringer then.
Yep.
So Mr. Driller, definitely a game I'm interested in giving a try. It's a favorite of our very own Puzzle Juicy. So he's been fiending to have a bracket for it for a very long time, and so his dreams are coming true. So
Yep, I mean Pack Attack and Mr. Driller in the same month.
yeah, month
I
of
think
Juicy. All we need is oh wait, no, and did we run no, we didn't run.
We
Puzzle
ran
Fighter.
Pedal first, so yeah, no Puzzle Fighter.
Almost the month of Juicy, not quite.
Yep. Speaking of Pedal Crash, Ashley and Spacey Bat will actually be doing a collaboration before our bracket on Friday, where Ashley will be showing off the newest build of Pedal Crash 2.
Ooh, that'll be interesting. Definitely
Yep,
tune in
that's
if you're
on
a fan of Pedal Crash.
Yep. Let me see if I can get a link for that.
All right, yep, there's a link in the chat for if you want to witness never before seen pre-release footage of Pedal Crash 2. And with that, I think that about wraps everything up. So big shout outs to everybody for coming out tonight. Shout outs to Note and Masa Queen for running the bracket behind the scenes. And shout outs to you for joining me on commentary.
Yeah, thank you very much. And shout outs to our TOs tonight. Note and I think you already just shouted them out,
Yeah,
but Note and Masa
they
doing a great job managing everything. It was one of our bigger brackets, 14 people tonight. So thank you very much for keeping us on pace and moving through everything.
Yeah, despite the high number of entrants, we're finishing before 11 Eastern time at least. So the bracket ran at a good clip tonight, despite my best efforts to ruin that with all of my connection issues. But yeah, thank you everybody for coming out, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.
Yep, take care. Have a good night.